Okay, so I've got my piece right here, and I painted it with nail polish, blue nail polish, and unfortunately in the process, not only did I get it on my fingers, but I also got it on the exterior of the design. Not a big deal because, as you know, there is such a thing as nail polish remover. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this here, and I put it in a separate container. But this is, I have a little bit of nail polish remover on here, not a lot. I just want to, I don't want to remove anything from the interior, but if I come out to the exterior here, it comes off almost immediately. Look at that. So easy to clean up. And also it'll keep my surface nice and clean. If you have oily hands, like if you were eating something, and actually all of us have oily fingers. Our bodies just naturally secrete oil all the time. I'm going to recommend that for this part of the process, once you get going, try not to touch the metal because the oil actually can act as a resist as well. Now that is a stubborn little spot right there. And for some reason, it's not coming off. I think I have a little bit of a scratch there, and that's why. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'll incorporate that into the design. So I thought a little bit about what I wanted to do for my design, and here's how I set this up. You know, I have that little kind of point right there, and I'll use it as a marker down here. And so what I did is I put it down on my paper so that I could see that hole in the center. I don't know how well you can see it, but see, there it is on that side. And I marked, this is essentially the end, right? And the end, and then this is where it stops. And I just very carefully rolled it across. So that's the other end. Again, that's the width. So making like a little T on each side. There we go. So this is where it stops, this is where it stops, and then I just get a straight edge. I use this board, why not, right? And plan out your design, and it's pretty much what you want it to be, except there are a couple things I found that work better than others. Tiny little dots like this probably won't transfer very well. You want, and also tiny little lines like this won't transfer very well. You want your lines to be a little bit more substantial, a little bit thicker. I also don't recommend doing something like this, right, where there's just nothing going on there. The sides are kind of empty. So think about filling up your whole space with designs, and you could start with like a simple linear design of sorts and just kind of go from there. You know, if you want to fill in areas, you can. So once you have your design set up, and I'm pretty happy with the one I have up here, I'm going to go ahead and take this, and again, I'm trying not to touch the metal too much when I do this. I don't like that there. I'm just going to sand this off. What the heck, with 600 grit sandpaper. There we go. So if the acetone doesn't clean it up, that's another way to go. Okay, so my metal is really clean, and as you can see, I'm trying not to touch the sides. And as I go, this is the Sharpie marker we're going to use. It's a Sharpie Extreme. And I'm going to draw this out and trying to put on kind of a thick coat when I go. But anywhere I put the marker on, those are going to be the places where the acid cannot touch, so it's going to remain raised. And anywhere that I leave it off, those are going to be the areas that are going to be eaten away. So as I draw this, I might think about embellishing and adding more designs to this, but I don't recommend lines any thinner than what I'm showing you right here. And I'll just keep designing and adding more stuff as I go. So totally up to you what you want to do. I'm just repeating this design over and over again. So I kind of embellish what I had, but you get the idea. So go ahead and go in and start adding your Sharpie marker designs to your piece. And the next step after you have this done is we can put this in the acid bath and physically etch this away. It's kind of cool.